In Toastmaster, we follow certain rules to ensure the meeting is carried on smoothly. The rules which we follow are: do not unmute yourself until and unless it is your turn to speak. And after speaking, mute yourself again. Do not write anything inappropriate in the chat box. If your video is on, make sure you sit in a proper position. Don't keep turning on and off your video when a speaker is delivering his or her speech. We do not talk of sex, religion, or politics in a derogatory manner. Please keep your phone in silent mode. Now, I would like to call on stage the president of VMC to carry the meeting forward. She is someone who has been always encouraging and ready to help fellow Toastmasters. Being a very new member, I have got very few opportunities to interact with her. But one thing I can tell you for sure, she is the Captain Cool of our VMC. Yes, the Mahendra Singh Dhoni, cool, calm, composed, yet a very high vision for the club. She's also area director of Area Q3. Please, with a huge round of applause, welcome President of Toastmasters, Virtual Toastmasters, Toastmaster Shima Ramesh.
Thank you so much. And let's keep it going for our stand-in Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Vishal, who's playing the role for the very first time, but it doesn't seem so either. Thank you so much, Vishal, for that wonderful, wonderful introduction. And today I was, in fact, hoping to avoid this role as a president, in the sense I wanted to continue with my Toastmaster of the day, but somehow I think destiny and jinx works a lot for me. So I am here right now as the president. I officially open the meeting. We do not have a gavel, so with the clap of my hand, I open the meeting for today. I welcome you all of you once again to the meeting, which is being held every Saturday at 4:30 p.m. Please don't forget that, because we as Toastmasters in the virtual medium right now, we are facing an overdose of virtual meetings, and we sometimes tend to forget the timings of the meeting, and especially being a weekend. Right. I can see a few guests over here. I would request the guests to kindly unmute or turn on their video and introduce themselves as how they came to know about Toastmasters and particularly the meeting today. I'd like to call upon Sanhita De. Are you a Toastmaster or a guest, ma'am?
No, I'm a guest. I was called upon by Pratiti to support her today during her speech.
That is so nice. that is very nice to support. And be it virtually, the support means a lot. Thank you so much for joining in, Sanhita. And not only today, I would
Thank you so much.
join our meetings as often as you can. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. I'll.
All right. Well, I think, okay, that's it with the guests, and the role players, definitely we will introduce accordingly. All our meetings are recorded by the secretary of the club, and it's known as the minutes of the meetings. She has very dutifully passed on the meetings to all of you individually, as well as put it on the members group. So Toastmaster Shalu Gupta as a secretary has done her job diligently, and I hope you members have done your job as well to look through the minutes of the meeting. And I consider the meetings passed. If anybody has any corrections to make, you can just inform me towards the end of the meeting. So I request a thumbs up from all the members if they have passed. Okay, great. Well, this is a very unique case in which it is usually a president who introduces the Toastmaster of the day. So now I need to do my self-introduction. So this is a very traumatic situation, and I'm not going to leave my vice president education for this. So I'm bringing this out in public that he will have to face the brunt later on. Anyways, it is really a wonderful thing that we have a chance to multitask, and that happens only in Toastmasters. 1 minute you might be the timer, the next minute, in case something happens on the virtual platform, you will have to be the grammarian as well. So this is what happens in Toastmasters meetings. And as you know, as the president of Virtual Masters Club, it gives me great pleasure to be the Toastmaster of the day today. A Toastmaster of the day or the Master of Ceremonies is a person who takes the meeting forward, or like hosting the meeting in layman's words. So he or she is the person who will weave the meeting together from the beginning until the end. Today, as the Toastmaster of the day, I have decided, I know it can be embarrassing at times when we want to bring something which is very passionate and close to our heart, to bring it out in the public. But Toastmasters has taught me not to feel shy about things like this. So today I want to declare that I come from the land of coconuts. The land of coconuts, originally it was what was called as Kerala, and then they renamed it to God's own country. And I understand why, because God's own country, because for me, I think there's nothing more godlike than the infamous coconut trees of Kerala. I say particularly Kerala because coconut trees are found everywhere on the coastal line. It can be found in the Caribbean, wherever. But then I have been in touch with the coconuts of Kerala. So this is something which I am very, very fond of. And the reason I think I have this obsession with the coconuts is because I was never part of the entire process of being with the coconut trees, because I was born and brought up abroad, and it was only the few weeks of vacation time in which I had, a little party with my coconut trees in my ancestral home. So I think my first interaction with a coconut began with the daily diet. When that smooth, creamy coconut milk became a part of my diet. I suppose it can be the part of any Malayali's diet, but then nowadays coconuts are becoming very, very popular. So to me, the coconut became, the milk to my cereal, the butter to my bread, the chutney to my idli, and the stew to my appam. I could just go on and on and on because it simply makes my mouth water thinking about eating a coconut. They say that you are what you eat. And believe me, there is not a single day that goes by without me eating my favorite coconut. Now, I know this is not a children's class, but I really do need to show you the coconut, because this is the inner part of the coconut, so to speak. The outer portion, I couldn't get it because of the pandemic. I don't go out much to shop for coconuts, but this is a particularly very clean coconut, right? And this is the inner portion of the coconut. This is half a coconut, and it takes a tough job in order to break the coconut to make it this way. And if you notice, the inner white of the coconut is pure. I think that is what got me attracted to the coconut in the first place. But believe me, over the years, I've begun to understand that if I'm restless, or if I'm inattentive, or if I'm angry, all that dissipates if I just pop a small succulent piece of that white, tender coconut into my mouth. Everything disappears all of a sudden. I don't know whether it's a mindset or there's some chemical reaction. I don't know what. It makes me calm, which is why I thought the theme for today, when I was describing about a coconut, it is the calmness that I feel after eating a coconut. Officially, a very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I may sound like the PR, the public relations for the Coconut Board of Kerala, describing and popularizing coconut. And I'm not ashamed to be so, because there are a lot of benefits that I have found from this absolute tree of life. The reason the coconut tree is called the tree of life, because this 80 to 100-foot tree, each and every part of this tree has been used by man. I will not go on into the details because it will be a never-ending story, but over the period of this meeting, I would like to bring out the different mysteries of the coconut. While I was in school, I remember our biology classes used to end up in heated debates whenever we talk about coconuts, because there would always be a debate whether the coconut was a seed, a fruit, or a nut, or just maybe all three: fruit, seed, and nut. So depending on this is how I would like to spread this meeting across. So for the benefit of the new members as well as the guests, a typical coconut trunk meeting in Toastmasters is divided into 3 sections. We first have the prepared speech section, in which the members, they struggle, they try to write their speech, they get it mentored, and this is in fact the sowing of the seed, the coconut seed, into the beginnings of communication, effective communication. Next up is the table topic section, which is the fun section or the impromptu section. And this radically is the fruity punch section of the meeting. Like how a coconut can be described as a fruit, it depends on how you want to take it. You can take the creamy part of the fruit, you can take the crunchy part of the fruit, but whatever it is, at the end of the day, you will get a phenomenal section that you can partake in. And last but not the least, the meeting. This section of the meeting is a tough nut to crack, like this. But once you crack this nut, if you learn how to evaluate, to take the feedback, then there is nothing better than this. You will reach the fruit of your meeting, of your speech, of your performance. So today, we will step on to directly into the meeting section. And in order to conduct this cracking of the nut, we have got a gentleman Toastmaster who I am personally very fond of, because he is so passionate about Toastmasters, like how I'm passionate about coconuts, I think. Maybe not much of a comparison. So when I asked him what he felt very interesting about coconuts, he couldn't come to a particular answer, but he found that the coconut is very versatile. It could quench his thirst, invigorating drink. It could also be eaten for your own relief, and eventually the shell can be used to make many things, or probably knock down somebody's head also with it. This is his appreciation of the coconut. So with a huge round of applause, please help me welcome the general evaluator of today's session, Toastmaster Anik Datta. The platform is yours, Toastmaster Anik.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Seema. Thank you so much. That was a wonderful introduction. And trust me, if it was a physical meeting, we would all love to have coconuts along with the session today. Thank you so much. So today I'm playing the role of the general evaluator. It's kind of like the match referee, where I evaluate the entire session right from the start with the Sergeant at Arms until the last speaker takes the podium. And since it's a big task, I need a team with me, and I'm very fortunate to have the tag team with me along with the evaluators. You would get introduced to the prepared speech section. So with that, let me go to my tag team and introduce them to you. First, today we have the timer. The timer today is played by Toastmaster Mridula. Toastmaster Mridula, could you kindly unmute yourself, come on the podium and explain your role to us?
A very good evening to everyone. Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. I'm not being able to switch on my video at the moment, so I hope that's okay. Thank you, sir. Okay, so time and tide waits for none. Timing is essential, be it Dhoni's cover drive or the speeches of the fabulous icebreakers which we are looking forward to in today's session. Good afternoon, one and all. As a timer of the day, I will be helping the speakers finish their speeches within the allotted time. For this purpose, I will be flashing 3 cards, the green card, the yellow card, and the red card at the minimum time, mean time, and the maximum time, respectively. Timing of the prepared speakers, that is the icebreakers for today's session, is 4 to 6 minutes, and I will be sharing the green card at 4 minutes, the yellow card at 5 minutes, and the red card at 6 minutes. That of the evaluations will be 2 to 3 minutes. I will be showing the green card at 2 minutes, the red card at 3 minutes, and the yellow card at 2.5 minutes. We also have the impromptu speaking round, for which the timing will be 1 to 2 minutes, for which I will be showing the green card at 1 minute, the yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and the red card at 2 minutes. For each of these prepared speakers and the evaluations as well as the table topics, there will be a grace period of 30 seconds both on the upper and lower end. I'll be sharing my screen and showing the different cards. So the green card will be shown at the minimum time, and that will be followed by the other cards. I will be requesting the speakers to pin the timer, that is my tile, and keep an eye on the cards while delivering so that everyone can finish within the stipulated time. I will be presenting my report at the end when called upon to do so. Thank you, and back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Madam Timer, Toastmaster Mridula, for explaining your role and also sharing your screen to tell us when would you be displaying the cards. Thank you so much. Let me now move on to the next role player, that is the R counter, which is played by Toastmaster Vishal. Toastmaster Vishal, could you kindly introduce yourself and the role for the audience?
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I'm Toastmaster Vishal, and today I'll be playing the role of an R counter. My role as an R counter is to pay close attention to the crutch words and filler sounds used by the speakers. Crutch words are like, you know, so, basically. Filler sounds are or. Whenever a speaker uses crutch words or filler sound more than 4 times, I'll say use multiple times. And when used more than 2 times and less than 4 times, I'll say use couple of times. I'll also keep a note of long pauses and inappropriate interjections. I urge all the speakers to not use crutch words or filler sounds. I'll present my report when called upon to do so by General Evaluator at the end of the meeting. Thank you, and over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Vishal, for explaining your role and also what is the difference between crutch words and filler words. Thank you for that. With that, let me move on to the last role player in the tag team, that is the Grammarian, which is played by Toastmaster Harsh. Toastmaster Harsh, I request you to come on the virtual podium and share your role with us.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. So, I am your grammarian for the day. So, my role as a grammarian is to pay close attention to the good usages and not so good usages of the word. And also, I'll be introducing in front of you the word of the day. So, as you can see, if my screen is visible, the word of the day is enthrall. It can be used in 3 forms: enthrall, enthralling, enthralled. Now, it means to keep someone completely interested or capture someone's attention. Now, it can be used in 3 forms. Just an example for our Toastmaster session, that this is a club which enthralls me. I found the speech absolutely enthralling. The Toastmaster session completely enthralled everyone. So, my friends, I would request every one of you to give everyone a coconut round of applause to everyone whenever this word is used. So, over to you, General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think that prop was most enthralling here. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Harsh. And with that, I complete the introduction of my tag team. I will be back in the end of the session during the evaluation section. Till then, continue enjoying with Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Seema. Back to you.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator Anik. A huge round of applause, please, by explaining your roles as well as of your role players. Thank you so much. Now, moving on to the first section of this meeting, the prepared speech section, and I'm sure this section is going to keep you all enthralled throughout. It is with great pride and affection that I wish to say the 2 speakers today are going to deliver their icebreakers or coconut breakers, like I would want to say so. Because like how a coconut, the outer part of the coconut is very rough and raw. Likewise, these 2 speakers are also very raw in the sense as communicators. But that first step always has to be taken. And I am so proud to say that very coincidentally, these 2 speakers today are my own mentees. So it is with it is going to be very emotional for me as well that both of them are going to be delivering their icebreakers today on this auspicious day in which I am describing my passion for coconuts. Before I introduce the first speaker, I would request her evaluator, Toastmaster Ashutosh, who is going to be the very refreshing coconut water in today's meeting by giving out the objectives, the speech objectives of the first speaker. Over to you, Toastmaster Ashutosh.
Thank you so much, President Madam and Toastmasters of the day today, Toastmasters Ramesh. I am absolutely a fan, and I really love the king coconuts, that orange color ones, which are available in Kerala. I've been to Kerala and Sri Lanka multiple times, and I cannot finish my trip without having a couple of them. I'm not going to number them. You may laugh at me, but without having those king coconuts whenever I'm there. So thank you so much for bringing this topic today. Coming to the speech today, the purpose of the speech of the project is for the member to introduce herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speaking. Timer note, the timing for this speech is 4 to 6 minutes. Looking forward to your enthralling performance, Priyanka. All the best.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashutosh. When I asked the first speaker what was her favorite coconut dessert, Pat came the reply, Nariyal ka laddu, which is translated as coconut laddu. And why? She can eat dozens of it. And the reason being, she doesn't have to worry about putting on weight. Now, this is one of the reasons why I say eat coconuts and keep calm, because you're not going to put on weight. In fact, it is more nutritious than most people think. So please help me welcome the first speaker, Toastmaster Priyanka, who will be delivering her icebreaker speech from the Path Innovative Planning. Toastmaster Priyanka, yes, I can. Yes, I can, Toastmaster Priyanka. The platform is yours, Toastmaster Priyanka.
Thank you so much, T.A. Modi, for the wonderful introduction about me. And a very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Have you ever felt embarrassed when you heard birth of a girl child? That's what exactly happened in the year 1995, 30th of August, when I was born in an Orthodox family who wanted me as a baby boy so that I can run their legacy. Although I was fortunate enough that my father never differentiated between me and my two younger brothers. In the year 2001, when my grandparents got expired, when he passed away, we shifted from Bihar to Kolkata. And although we were struggling financially, my mother, who is my own personal Mother India, she helped us, she motivated us to do our best. And my fondest memory during our childhood was no matter how busy my superhero, my dad would be, he would never, he would make sure to come and pick us from the school. Otherwise, we would get upset. And at the very early age of, after a colorful school life, at the very early age of 19, I started working as an anchor. And I used to host weddings, corporate shows, mall promotions, corporate gigs, and etc. And since I was from a Hindi medium school, it was quite difficult for me to cope up with the English language. So I made a grueling effort on my spoken English pronunciation and accent. And simultaneously, I was studying as well. I was pursuing my graduation as well. And then, since both my brothers had different education experience, they were college toppers, they were school toppers, and one of my youngest brother, he managed to get a scholarship, and he wanted to pursue his further educational career in Russia. Since I was earning well, I could easily finance him, because my father was he was running a roadside food joint, a small food joint. he was like he was struggling day in and day out, and he was he used to work in winter, during summer, and during rain as well. And me and my mother couldn't see him struggling this way, so we thought of sending him to Jaipur, and and we asked him to start a rented restaurant over there in Jaipur. So my father turned a new chapter in his life, and he moved his base from Kolkata to Jaipur. And then in the next few days, my mother also shifted there to Jaipur along with him to be with my dad. Here in Kolkata, me and my brother were staying, and we were managing everything so nicely. Everything was going so smooth. And in the mid of 2019, something happened, an extremely personal crisis occurred in my life, which completely broke me. I was shut down completely. I lost, not only I lost 5 kgs of weight within a month, I was afraid of interacting with people, and a lot of things happens. And then Lord Krishna sent an angel in the form of my cousin, who helped me to who taught me to visit religious places and to read the Bhagavad Gita, and and to chant uh, in order to attain my mental peace. And I followed him, and these things, trust me, these things helped me a lot to overcome that phase. With the help of my brothers and my siblings, my brothers, and my cousins, I overcame that dark phase of my life. And then soon in March 2020, I started my own company as Govinda Enterprises, which deals in all kind of Indian spices, and we are exporting our spices, Indian spices, to the world. And by grace of God, it's really going great. It's really doing great. And I am beginning to find another way to bring relief to myself. And quite recently, I have joined a Toastmasters, and I'm looking forward to become a better version. And I'm sure this speaking skills, which I'm going to learn from Toastmaster, is going to help me out in my business as well. Thank you so much.
Wow, what an icebreaker. A huge round of applause, please, to Toastmaster Priyanka. For the very first time, all her speaking skills are coming up, and I'm sure with the support of her coconut laddus, she would have had an easier time doing this speech. Congratulations, Toastmaster Priyanka, on your icebreaker, and hope to hear from a lot more speeches from you. Thank you. Now, moving on to our next coconut breaker, I would request her speech evaluator, Toastmaster Amrish, to kindly read out the speech objectives of the next speaker. Toastmaster Amrish.
Yeah, good evening, Master of Ceremonies. The speech statement is same because both speeches are icebreaker. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce himself or herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. Timer, please note the time will be same, 4 to 6 minutes. All the best to the speaker. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amrish. Now, this young lady, when I asked her to describe a coconut in 3 words, she very cleverly said that a coconut is beautifully resilient, strong, and sweet from the inside. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, a huge round of applause, please, to the next speaker, Toastmaster Pratiti. Toastmaster Pratiti will be delivering her icebreaker from the Path Dynamic Leadership. Toastmaster Pratiti, I am a woman. I am a woman, Toastmaster Pratiti. The podium is yours, Toastmaster Pratiti.
I am a woman, not because of this long willowy hair which resemble the dark midnight, or the big expressive eyes which make you to want drown in them, or the blush that obliviously creeps up to my cheeks when I notice the special person looking at me. I am a woman because I bleed mentally and physically to create new lives and nurture new expectations. I am a woman because I burn every single day in the fire of patriarchal oppression only to rise up in glory and lead my life on my own terms. A very good evening to one and all present here. I am Pratiti, and as all of you had guessed, I am a feminist. The first thing I identify myself with is being a woman, and today I am going to guide you through all the phases of my life with the help of my very own role players, my mother and my grandmother. I was born in a family where education was imperative, and men and women were given equal seats at the table. My maternal grandparents were doctors, while my paternal grandfather was a journalist, and his better half being a freelance guitarist. I was born to an engineer father and a doctor mother on the 16th of June 1999, a very special day indeed, and was named Pratiti, which means faith. And indeed, my friends, my family has shown such profound faith in me that one day I will live up to their expectations and become the voice of the oppressed. Growing up, I was a child who was very inquisitive. I used to love Barbies, I used to hate maths, I used to have crushes every single day, but I used to ask a lot, and I mean a lot of questions. My mother, why did Barbie always wear pink dresses while her lover was always shown in blue? Why did the man in Gone with the Wind make the first move when it could be the other round too? My mother soon got tired of all my questions and introduced me to the panacea of all my queries, books. The iron ladies of my life had brought me up with one mantra: be independent. Now, as a child, I couldn't digest what the term independent meant in my mother's dictionary. We were free to sing, we were free to dance, we were free to make friends, we had freedom of speech, so we're not being independent. The problem was, my dear friend, I was brought up in a household where the glaring disparities between men and women, old and young, master and servant, were not at all evident. In our house, everyone used to be meted out equal treatment. But as I grew older and wiser, I came to notice small things, how Urmila auntie used to eat her dinner after all the men in her house had finished theirs. How Sita had to commit suicide because her parents could not arrange for a marital dowry. How her maid's daughter Champa had to drop out of school because, despite being a brilliant student. And I realized, my friends, that indeed there were some invisible barriers which could be perceived and not be seen. And these barriers were more prominent in the case of women, the LGBTQ, and other underrepresented sections of the society. And India will not be independent until each and every one of our children is set free. Today, I am a proud gender activist and the content head at United Nations Girl of Kolkata chapter. I'm content with my life and a little bit proud that I'm somehow making a small step in easing the lives of the oppressed. But what good? How can I aspire to inspire others? And how can I be the voice of the repressed when my voice lacks communicational clarity? That was when I realized that communication was indeed a very important part of our life. And you couldn't be impactful leaders until you were competent communicators. That was when a confused Pratiti was introduced to this beautiful community called Toastmasters. And believe me, from that day, I've never looked back. Toastmasters has become a second family to me, and despite difficulties in communication from my part, I have come to love it and enjoy every moment of it. I do not aspire to speak like Churchill or stand like Lincoln, but somehow, somewhere in my heart, I harbor a small tiny flame of desire that one day By virtue of my work, I will be successful on my quest in redefining womanhood and humanity. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
What a wonderful, wonderful speech, icebreaker. Huge round of applause, please, fellow Toastmasters and guests. It is indeed very refreshing to see someone so young feel and speak very strongly about her passion about trying to bring out the under-oppressed and being a feminist at such a young age. Well, Pratiti, I hope Toastmasters will help you achieve your ambitions in bringing some difference to our society. Well, after the wonderful section of the prepared speeches, we are now moving on to the fruity part of the meeting, which is the table topics or the impromptu section. Well, most of us love to take the challenge of a table topic, speaking impromptu, but some of us, whether we are new or experienced Toastmasters, still get spooked by table topic. Shivers down the spine the moment the topic comes out, break out in a sweat. Something happens altogether in that particular moment. And to speak for 1 to 2 minutes is a Herculean task. The coconut, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, was an item of spookiness for European travelers. They were spooked by these 3 holes, okay? Now this is a biological construction, but the 3 eyes of the coconut were so spooky that some European travelers and explorers decided to call it Coco because it reminded them of some of these goblins that used to come out at night. And that is how the coconut, the word coconut came out. Well, little did I realize when I was relishing all the coconuts all these years that the spookiness would remind me of a table topic session in Toastmasters. The table topic session is conducted by a table topic master. Now this young lady, when I asked her if a coconut was to represent a person in her life, whom would she associate it with? Pat, came the reply, her father. While growing up, her father was tough as a coconut, very strict, very particular about discipline, but very soft on the inside like a coconut flesh. And later on, she realized why her father was strict, but really loved her in the long run. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the table topic master for today. And I'm really looking forward to a very, very relishing table topic session with Toastmaster Shilpa Agarwal. A huge round of applause, please, for Toastmaster Shilpa. The virtual podium is yours, Shilpa.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I am your table topic master for the day. Table topic session is an impromptu session where I will give you topic and you have to speak on that topic. Now, let me first quickly just tell you about the timing rules. Even though Mridula already told you about it, the speaker will get 1 to 2 minutes time to speak on the given topic. The timer will show green card at 1 minute, yellow at 1 minute 30 seconds, and red card at 2 minutes. Please note you will get 30 seconds grace period on the higher side. I would request all to participate in this session as it helps in developing quick listening, thinking, organizing, and delivering skills. And to all this, we have to be imaginative. Hence, I have got some imaginative topics which will help you to take your imagination to a different level. Therefore, open up your imagination box and volunteer for this fun table topic session. So can I have my first volunteer? Okay, Pratiti. Pratiti wants to volunteer first? Anurag. Okay, let's go with Pratiti first.
Shilpa?
Your screen got freeze, I believe.
I think we lost Shilpa.
Yeah.
Yes, Shilpa is facing some connectivity issues. She'll rejoin in a bit.
Please
Hello?
unmute yourself.
Hello?
Yes, yes.
Did
Now
I
you are.
give the
Yes, you're
topic? Okay. So, Pratiti, did you got your topic?
No, I didn't
don't know
get my
when I got
topic.
disconnected.
I didn't get my
Okay.
topic.
Okay, okay. Okay, let me start. Okay. So, Pratiti, your topic is, what if you get a time travel machine? What if you get a time travel machine, Toastmaster Pratiti?
Time traveling. What a tempting idea. I've always wanted to do that since my childhood, as time traveling was one of my favorite games during my childhood. Don't you think, friends, that this is a very tempting idea? As what is there on this earth with mutilation of women happening every day, so much pollution, so much of waste and garbage. But it would be indeed a tempting idea to go back to a time travel back to another world, 500 or 1,000 years before. But the thing I would miss the thing I would miss when I time travel back is my oxygen. How do you know that we have oxygen over the place where we are time traveling back to? And by oxygen, I do not mean only the oxygen for breathing. I also mean the oxygen of our life, our friends, our family. What if we become alien minded over there, and then our mind stops processing things and we forget our family, our friends, and our near and dear people? So indeed, I want to conclude by saying that though time traveling back to the place Shilpa mentioned is a very tempting idea, which I could not hear, but I would like to end by saying that I want to stay on Earth. Thank you.
Very nice, Pratiti. So, our second, I got, I don't know, I don't have any chats. So, can you?
Anurag.
Did we lose Toastmaster Shilpa again? Can you hear me?
Yes, Anurag, you are
I guess
audible.
we lost her again, right? Or she's connecting.
She is logged into the meeting.
Pratiti, can you please lower the hand icon?
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, now you're audible.
Yeah. Okay, so Anurag, you are the second volunteer?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so let's choose your number.
Perfect then.
10. Your topic is, which gift do you want to be given to you and why? Which gift do you want to be given to you by Toastmaster Anurag?
The gift that I want to be given to me will be the power to forgive. To forgive people, not only all those who are around me, but the power to forgive myself as well. You know, if you do not love yourself enough You will never be able to love someone else more than yourself. So it is at times that people do mistakes, maybe because of their inexperience. They hurt you, maybe unintentionally, or it was just that you saw it from a completely different perspective and they saw it from a completely different perspective. It is the power of forgiveness. It is when you realize that yes, that person has committed a mistake and that was not so intentional, that you forgive and you move on. Next, you yourself commit a lot of mistakes throughout your life. It is at times that you sit back at home and then you look back and you say, ah, I shouldn't have said that, I shouldn't have behaved in that awkward manner in front of them. But then you need to accept this fact that it was a learning experience for you as well. So it was actually when I started learning how to drive my car that, unintentionally and maybe unknowingly, what happened is that I hit a person on the bicycle. So initially that person blabbered some unparliamentary words, but then when he looked at me, he understood that he is a novice and inexperienced driver. And then before leaving, he said, be careful. So you do understand that it was kind of a life-threatening situation for him, but even then he forgave me. And that was an enthralling experience for me where I learned that each and every person is same. So we should forgive others and ourselves whenever required. What do you think, table topic master of the day?
Very nice, Anurag. I think that I have to learn giving table topic from you. That would be my gift from you. Please, please give me one session on giving table topic speech someday. Okay, so can I ask guest Shraddha to be our next volunteer?
Prasanna, ma'am, Toastmaster Prasanna wants to volunteer.
Yes, I will definitely go to Toastmaster Prasanna also.
Shilpa, you can take Prasanna first and then I can go next.
Okay, fine. So Toastmaster Prasanna, your topic will be what if Netaji's spirit comes to meet you? What if Netaji's spirit comes to meet you? Toastmaster Prasanna.
Thank you, Table Topic Master, for giving this imaginative topic to me to speak on. So when Netaji's spirit come to me, I will definitely ask some random question with every person is asking to everyone that after that battle of and after that fight, where did he go? Nobody is knowing where did he go after that battle. So this is the very ambiguous question that people want to know. There are a lot of documents in the government body that that Netaji is died and that nobody is going to search him. Where did he go? Nobody knew. So this would be the first question that I will definitely ask him. But I will also ask that he had a tremendous power, like to persuade people, to encourage people in order to have a mass gathering to fight British power. So if you go by the Netaji's power, you will definitely see that he has a very clear mindset and very powerful voice by which he has fought British power. And not only he give the best result of that the team that he made, but he had inspired different people all around the world to give best output of them. So there will be a lot of questions that I would definitely ask with him, and after that we will also engage with some chit chat and to have a random conversation regarding like why uh, anything else that I want to speak with him, and I don't want to disclose here. So over to you, table topic master.
Amazing, Toastmaster Prasanna. You know, I call my husband as Netaji, and Netaji is my personal favorite. Obviously, I call my husband as Netaji not because of their characteristics, but because of the looks that I think he match up to. So now let me first take up Shraddha ji as volunteer, then I'll go to Dr. Rupesh. Guest Shraddha,
Yeah.
will you volunteer? Okay. So seven. So, guess Shraddha, your topic is what if you can change something 10 years back from your life? What if you can change something 10 years back from your life? Guess Shraddha.
Hi, good evening, everyone. This is my first table topic session with this club. After all the enthralling performances by all the speakers, this is my turn. What am I going to choose to change when I was 10 years back? But my answer, Ms. Shilpa, it is going to be nothing, because that's one imaginary thing which we cannot live now. So there's no way that I will be able to change something. So I would stick to what I have been doing, and there's nothing that I would like to change, because the only thing that I can change right now is what I'm doing today at present and maybe in the future. So my answer for this topic is going to be nothing. In life, whatever is gone, past is past, bygone is bygone. So the fact remains that nothing can be changed. We have already lived that life. The life which I had 10 years back has already been lived. And that is why the reason why I'm here today is because of what I have lived 10 years back. So, and I'm really happy and content with where I am today in the present, and I'm looking forward to a very beautiful future. So I would not like to change anything in my past 10 years back. The only reason I am here speaking to all of you in this Toastmaster Club is because of how I might have been 10 years back. So thank you, Shilpa, for the topic, but there's nothing that I would like to change 10 years back. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guest Shraddha. Okay, so actually it's a very nice take on this topic. I was expecting someone will say I will go back in time and I'll do better studies. Some would say I would go back in time and I'll apply for modeling or something. But yes, it's a very nice thing that time nothing can be changed. So we hello. Okay, so our next speaker will be Dr. Rupesh. Dr. Rupesh?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So your topic. What if you get a chance to erase one famous history? What if you get a chance to erase one famous history? Dr. Rupesh.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and would-be Toastmasters on this platform. Definitely, if the time will come, I would like to go on 1947 when our country got divided into parts. This is the history when we take proud, like on 15th August 1947, we got freedom. But just one day back, we got freedom, but one part of our country got different name called Pakistan. Then same happened in 1971. One part of Pakistan got become Bangladesh. So that happened because of the consequences, whatever happened in 1947. Just think, if that would not have happened, we would have one united country, we would have fought with a lot of things. We are talking about the GDP, we're talking about the growth, we're talking about the religion, a lot of factors are there. If we would have removed, we would have different altogether. If you talk about the cricket, if you talk about the GDP, if you talk about anything, and again, same thing happened because of the communal fight is happening, because of the foundation of this whole communal fight also founded that day, 1957, 47. I think that should get removed. I think that will help us like anything. Not only that, if that would not happen, we would have made each and every responsible citizen in different way. They would have thought of how to think about others. The day you will start thinking about others, what I should do so others should not face problem. Lot of our military guys are dying every day because of saving you. And who is the main culprit? Our neighbor, Pakistan. Then whatever battle is going currently with China, that could have different scenario. We would have ruled China because you would have a very strong thing. I think this is our take. I think that is the history I want to remove. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Rupesh. A huge round of applause for all the speakers. Do we have time to take one more table topic?
Yes, I think we'll take one more and then we can wrap it up.
Okay. So next was Harsh Gupta. Toastmaster Harsh, you would like to volunteer?
I can say.
Okay. Okay, Toastmaster Harsh, your topic is, what if you get 1 lakh rupees suddenly? What if you get 1 lakh rupees suddenly, Toastmaster Harsh?
Okay, so this is like a deja vu topic for me because in the earlier session I was given 100 million US dollars to date the Queen Elizabeth, and over here I am given 1 lakh rupees. So if I would be given 1 lakh rupees, now we see that time flies and accordingly the value of money decreases. But what if I tell you that if we invest it in a proper way, the value obviously increases. Now, I am not asking about investing in stocks, in share markets, or in any mutual funds. I'm asking you to invest in yourself. Invest in yourself, and that is the best return you can get. I invested in myself by enrolling in Toastmasters, and the returns are, I'm reaping it every day. I invested in myself by enrolling myself to certain courses during this lockdown, and I am reaping the benefits every day in my workplace. With 1 lakh rupees, I can enroll in multi courses, which I know that I can, but I have never tried it. Now this comes as a bonus for me because it is not something which I earned, but I would like to spend it wisely. Because if I misuse it, it would be of no good. I have not invested it and I cannot expect anything out of it. However, investing in myself in a way that actually helps me grow, which actually helps me to take care of my family in a better way, would make me a better person and make a better society. Thank you. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harsh. You will make a better society with 1 lakh rupees, and I will buy a new dress with 1 lakh rupees. Okay. So, so are we done with table topic session? Thank you. Now I would like to hand over the podium to our Toastmaster of the Day, President Seema Ramesh.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shilpa, as the table topic master. A huge round of applause, please, for Shilpa. A very different way. I know it was a spinning wheel, but I could only see the coconut spinning all over. And it was a fantastic session. I even wondered, whether my little coconut over here played a little spooky role, because one of the table topics was about Netaji coming back. What would you do? So that was a really spooky thing, and Toastmaster Prasanna handled it very beautifully. Right. Before we move on to the next session, we have completed with two speech sections, the prepared speech and the table topics section. And before the evaluation section, I would just like to ask everyone, what do they feel about oil? When you think about oil, the first thing would probably come into your mind, to make rusty things a little more easier to handle. Well, that's exactly what our coconut oil is all about. For several years, coconut oil has always had a very stepmotherly treatment. It was considered to be very bad for health, and there were so many controversies regarding it. But in recent times, the coconut oil can be seen all over the place. A massage, coconut oil massage for the hair. The lustrous hair of the Keralites is supposed to be a reason for, the daily application of coconut oil. Then comes the coconut oil being used in cooking, very good for the diet. And coconut oil in Toastmasters can be used for polishing up our rusty spots that we have while delivering speeches or being a leader. And in order to do so, I will call back our general evaluator, Toastmaster Anik, to kindly do the needful using coconut oil. Over to you, Toastmaster Anik.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Seema, for relating coconut with the entire Toastmaster session. That was amazing done. Let me now move on to the evaluation section. We'll first conduct the evaluation for the prepared speakers. And the first prepared speaker was evaluated by Toastmaster Ashutosh. Toastmaster Ashutosh, I request you to come on the virtual podium and share your evaluation for Toastmaster Priyanka.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anik. I hope I'm audible. Am I audible?
Yes, you're absolutely audible.
All right, great. So before I move forward, I just want to quote something from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Shraddha mayo yam purusho yo chadrasya sa evasa. We are made by our belief. And as we believe we are, so we are. With your speech today, Toastmaster Priyanka, I was completely enthralled when you talked about your journey, and now I also believe that yes, I can. The thing which I absolutely liked about your speech, which kind of got me connected and glued to your speech, were your emotions in your eyes. When you were talking about your father, you were talking about your mother, you were talking about your family. I felt as if I am the only one sitting with you across a coffee table and you're speaking, and tears were just there at the door, and that was not coming out. I mean, it was absolutely touching for me. You were, the way you were speaking really made an impact in my heart. It really, pierced my soul, I will say. It was very, very soulful when you were speaking. You were very original. You were very yourself. You are such a natural speaker. And that's something which I really liked about you. And that was the best part. A few other things which really stood out for me were your hand gestures. You were really very good with the hand gestures, when you were talking about things. And like I said, when you started, I kind of got connected with the way you were speaking, with the emotions you brought into your speech. That really stood out for me. Now, having said that, I can kind of tell you few other things which could have been done better, but that doesn't again mean that the speech was not up to the mark. Like I said, it was absolutely fantastic, and you really hit the note, at least as far as my emotions are concerned. A few things which could have actually helped to add some brownie points are like eye contact. I believe probably you kind of got too emotional. That's why after some point in your speech, you lost that eye contact. But still, the connection with heart was not lost. So that was there, but the eye connection, eye contact at some point in time went away in between your speech somewhere when you were too emotional. So I will request, please keep looking in the camera so that we as audience, or I as audience, can feel more and more connected with you. Having said that, all in all, it was an amazing and an enthralling speech. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I absolutely loved the way you were speaking as a natural speaker, and that is something which really worked well as far as I am concerned. With that, I would like to hand it over to our general evaluator, TM Anik Datta. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashutosh, for that wonderful evaluation. You followed the sandwich approach with the commendations and then the recommendations. Thank you so much. One small thing I would recommend you maybe to challenge yourself is, today if you notice, the entire evaluation was based on the expressions, the gestures. But if you can recommend her something on her content as well, anything, it can be a commendation, it can be a recommendation, then the speaker would also feel a completeness, because it has both verbal and non-verbal recommendations or commendations. Thank you so much. Coming to Toastmaster Priyanka, I completely agree with Toastmaster Ashutosh, because even I, in my notes, commended you on your hand gestures, facial expressions, on your very first speech, your voice modulation, and that's what everybody of here can learn from you. Is that's the power of personal stories. When you share a personal story, you don't need to create any dramatization. It just comes naturally, and that came to you. One thing that I recommend to you is, which you can try in your next, you had a wonderful message in your title itself. Yes, I can. And I actually congratulate Toastmaster Ashutosh also for putting that as his virtual background. Is it better now, Toastmaster Ashutosh, the voice? Thank you. So Toastmaster Priyanka, what I was telling is, if you can use your title in your speeches at times, maybe in between somewhere where this particular phrase motivated you, that would actually share that message very seamlessly across the audience, that whenever you went down, that one little kick from different areas or inspirations of your life told you that yes, you can, and you bounced back. That would have been a very strong impact on the audience. With that, congratulations to you for beginning your journey, and thank you, Toastmaster Ashutosh, for the wonderful evaluation. Let me now move on to the second speaker, that is Toastmaster Pratiti, who was evaluated by Toastmaster Amrish. Toastmaster Amrish, the virtual platform is yours, and you would please share your evaluation for Toastmaster Pratiti.
Good evening again. What an enthralling speech. It made my day. Good evening, Master of Ceremonies, General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guest. I congratulate Pratiti to start her journey as a Toastmaster by giving icebreaker. And yes, you are a woman with confidence. You started with full confidence, and you started with many I statement. You have also told about meaning of your name, that is faith, and no doubt we have faith on you. It shows how much dedicated you are about your passion, as you also said the importance of communication to achieve your passion. You have used voice modulation when you have started many statements with I. It shows that you are a confident speaker. And you, throughout the meeting, you have used very good hand gestures. But there are few recommendations which can make your speech a little better, because your speech is no doubt a very good speech of the evening. Use of little pause can improve your speech to a greater extent. When you had said many I statement it was like you were running for something. This. I pause, and if you have told something, it can connect with the audience much better. You can speak more about your family members because it was totally related to you only. And to conclude, I want to say that Pratiti, you were confident enough, you had good hand gestures and good voice modulation, but if you use some pause in your speech, it can be a better speech. Wish you all the best for the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amrish, for the fantastic evaluation. And for Toastmaster Pratiti, I would like to commend you on the conclusion as well. I agree to everything what Toastmaster Amrish said, but having an icebreaker and a wonderful takeaway for the audience at the end that your purpose of life is to give something back to the society, that was something which inspired us all. And I also agree with the recommendations given by Toastmaster Amrish. I believe if you follow that, include the pauses in your speech, it would be even a better icebreaker. Congratulations to you both. And with that, we complete the evaluation of the speakers today. Let me now move on to the table topic speakers and let's see what I have for them. First, again, we have Toastmaster Pratiti coming up as our table topic speaker. Your topic was, what if you get a time travel machine? And you had a wonderful take on the topic where you said that you want to go to another time, another place, but also what you would be missing here of the present times. One small recommendation that I want to share with you is, no doubt you gave your icebreaker today, but I feel you are a very confident speaker. So you had some time. If you see, you ended almost on the green card. You could have given a good conclusion to your thoughts. You had wonderful thoughts on the topic, but maybe a little more time if you had taken and gave a wonderful conclusion, it would be even a better table topic. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pratiti. With that, let me move on to the second speaker, that is Toastmaster Anurag. His topic was, which gift do you want to get and why? Toastmaster Anurag, I have seen you develop as a table topic speaker over the last few months, and you had a wonderful structure to your table topic where you said about forgiveness, you shared a personal incident, and then you had the entire message very clear for all of us. One thing that you can do to challenge yourself is when you're giving a conclusion, instead of just stating the topic or just idea, maybe one line of action or a thought that you can share with the audience, that what would you do if you had got this power, or when was the last time you had used forgiveness to change the world? Something that would get impacted in the mind of the audience. I'm recommending this to you because I know you have improved and you can do this, so take it up as a challenge and maybe practice it in your future table topics. Third, we'll move to Toastmaster Prasanna. And his topic, as Toastmaster Seema said, spooky. What if Netaji is you? And Toastmaster Prasanna, you have a lot of questions for him. Probably would be playing KBC with him. And that's an amazing take, the way you took the entire topic, the disappearance of Netaji, his entire charisma, the way he led. Same thing that I would like to again recommend to you is, if you can just think about the conclusion part. Because what I believe is, when we are giving a table topic, the moment we see the red card, somewhere there's a little bit of panic and we try to conclude and just finish it off because we fear disqualification. If we can just give conclusion to every table topic, because every table topic is somewhere a prepared speech just given in the moment of time. So I think we should not deprive it of a wonderful conclusion. So same recommendation for you as well, Toastmaster Prasanna. Now let me come to guest Shraddha. What a wonderful way to take the topic. What if you can change something 10 years back, and as a guest you use the word of the day in a table topic? Kudos to you for that. That's a wonderful thing to do. I probably don't think even I could have done that in my topic, that also using the word of the day. You said you want to change nothing. It was a very confident and composed delivery. That's the best part about your speech, and I guess we would all love to have you back with your speeches again and again, so that we can see every time a confident and a composed delivery from you. Let me move to the fifth speaker, that is Rupesh. Dr. Rupesh, your topic was, what if you get one chance to change something famous in history? And you had a very beautiful idea of when the country was divided in 1947. You told us the problems that we faced after that, what would have happened if the country was not divided. One thing that you can do to challenge yourself in a table topic is, which I recommend, do not introduce a new idea towards the end. Remember, you were talking about the fighting with Pakistan, then you suddenly mentioned China. So I felt a lot of new ideas were coming towards the end of your speech. Just try to wrap it up with the idea that you initially had and bring about a nice conclusion. And the last table topic speaker was Toastmaster Harsh. What if you get 1 lakh rupees suddenly? And what a wonderful take. Invest in yourself and the returns are manifold. You gave personal examples of joining the Toastmasters, going for the different courses. So very good structure of the speech where you said what you want to do, why you want to do, and then a beautiful message towards the end that you want. So I recommend you, or I commend you rather, on a wonderful structure in a table topic. Thank you so much. And with that, I complete the evaluation of all the table topic speeches. And now it's time for my team members, the tag team players, to speak out and share their report. So first, let me move to the timer of the day, Toastmaster Mridula. Could you kindly share the timing reports for all the speakers?
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. For the prepared speech section, Toastmaster Priyanka took 5 minutes 44 seconds. Toastmaster Pratiti took 5 minutes 3 seconds. In the impromptu speech section, table topic section, we had Toastmaster Pratiti, who took 1 minute 18 seconds. Toastmaster Anurag took 2 minutes 28 seconds. Toastmaster Prasanna took 1 minute 59 seconds. Guest Shraddha took 1 minute 52 seconds. Toastmaster Dr. Rupesh Singh took 2 minutes 14 seconds. Toastmaster Harsh took 1 minute 36 seconds. For the evaluation section, Toastmaster Ashutosh took 2 minutes 59 seconds and Toastmaster Amrish took 1 minute 29 seconds. All the speakers are eligible for voting. Thank you, and back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mridula, for sharing your timing report and for telling us that everybody is well qualified for voting. With that, let me move to the R counter for the day. That is Toastmaster Vishal. Toastmaster Vishal, can we have your report for the day?
Good evening, everyone. Starting from my report, Toastmaster Shima used multiple multiple but, multiple and multiple so, and one you know. Toastmaster Anik used multiple couple of but, multiple and, multiple so. Toastmaster Harsh, one one but, one well, couple of and, multiple so. Toastmaster Priyanka used multiple multiple and, multiple so, and 3 small pauses. Toastmaster Priyanka Pratiti used multiple couple of but, one and, couple of so. Toastmaster Ashutosh used multiple couple of buts, multiple and, multiple so, and one you know. Toastmaster Amrish used couple of multiple couple of but, couple of and one so. Toastmaster Shilpa used multiple couple of but, multiple so. Toastmaster Midula used multiple couple of and one so. Toastmaster Prasanna used couple multiple multiple buts, multiple and, multiple so, and couple of like. Toastmaster Anurag used multiple but, one and, multiple so, and one you know. Guest Shraddha used multiple couple of buts, couple of and multiple so. Toastmaster Rupesh used multiple one one but, couple of and, couple of so, and one like. That was my report. Thank you, and over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vishal. That was a very, very thorough report, and that shows how much you listened actively to each of the speakers today. Thank you so much. Move on to the last member in the tag team, that is the grammarian, played by Toastmaster Harsh. Toastmaster Harsh, could you share your report with us?
Thank you, General Evaluator. Well, this was an enthralling session and I surely enjoyed my coconut to the fullest. Now, moving to the report. Yes, we can. Now, Some good usages of the words were eat calm, eat coconut and be calm, made a grueling effort. I am a woman, I bleed mentally and physically, and we are made by our belief. Some incorrect usages, and the correct usages are like my grandparents got expired. It can be my grandparents deceased. You couldn't be impactful can be you cannot be impactful, or you cannot be an influencer. You kept on blabbering, kept on speaking over here, because since the person who was blabbering was hurt, so that is the way the blabbering term should not have been used. Now the word of the day was used a total of 10 times. Toastmaster Seema 2 times, Toastmaster Anik 1 time, Ashutosh 3 times, Toastmaster Ayush once in a chat box, Toastmaster Anurag once, guest Shraddha once, and Toastmaster Amrish once. So overall, this was a very sweet session, and over to you, General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Harsh. Probably this is the first time I saw the word of the day being calculated and presented so neatly in the form of a presentation or a slide. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Harsh. With that, can we have a huge round of applause for the tag team and the evaluators for their report? Thank you so much. Thank you, the entire tag team and the two wonderful evaluators. With that, let me quickly give overall feedback. We started right on time, and it was sharp at 4:30 that we began. And I congratulate again Toastmaster Vishal for playing the acting Sergeant at Arms, for explaining the rules, introducing the president, and also one small thing that you mentioned, you introduced the president and also mentioned that she's the area director. That kind of makes an acknowledgement also, which I really felt good when you acknowledge senior members of the Toastmasters, even though you acknowledge her every day as the president, but still we have our area. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vishal. To the president, Toastmaster Seema, I have no recommendations for you. It was an enthralling session once again. I mean, when you gave that theme of coconut, I never imagined it could be such an entertaining session where you had different introductions for every speaker. That's one thing that I take from you, that generally what we see in a Toastmaster session, that the same question is asked to all the role players and we get different answers. Questions for different role players and you got wonderful answers, and your analogy using the coconut as a prop, then relating it to the Toastmaster session, everything was so neatly done. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Seema, for that wonderful role play as the Toastmaster of the day. And finally, the table topic master, Shilpa, what an amazing choice of topics. I mean, it needs a lot of imagination on your end to come up with such topics. Kudos to you for that. And also you explained the rules of timing very well. One small thing if you can take care of is that we have another rule where the Toastmasters cannot change the topic and the guests can change their topic once. You just kindly mention it once you're introducing your role. That would make the entire role complete. With that, I guess I've covered all the role players and the speakers, and that's my evaluation for today. Thank you so much, everyone. And I pass the to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Seema.
A huge round of applause, please. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anik. It is always a treat to hear your evaluation. It is very crisp and to the point. And we have a lot to take back from such evaluations from you. A huge round of applause again, once again. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anik. Well, I think it's time now to wrap up with my coconut theories and coconut stories and all about coconuts. I'm glad that you all enjoyed the session. I think one of subconsciously why I wanted to talk about something very passionate to me as in coconut is because I do find Toastmasters equally passionate, and it was somehow that I wanted to relate the two affection that I have for both. And after all the oiling session given by Toastmaster Anik and a wonderful table topic section also given by Toastmaster Shilpa, I think all the role players have done a wonderful job, and I'm glad that all of you could attend. While I wrap up, I would like to hand the podium over to our very charismatic and enterprising Vice President Education, Toastmaster Krishnesh Nayak. Toastmaster Krishnesh, the platform is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Seema. And it was a wonderful Toastmaster of the Day performance, and especially regarding coconuts and your Kerala heritage. Thank you very much for that enlightening session. I would like to remind all of you that we have a meeting tomorrow as well as one on Monday. And CA Sangeeta Agarwal, were you given an opportunity to speak at the beginning of the meeting? If not, could you please give us a few words about how you like the meeting?
Hello.
Ms. Sangeeta?
Hello.
Yes. How do you like this meeting?
Hello. Yeah,
I've seen
it is.
I've seen you with us for a few times.
Yeah, I have attended few Toastmasters meeting. It is a very good meeting.
Okay, as in, are you here? You are here with the reference from
Amrish
Toastmaster
Kumar.
Amrish, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Excellent, excellent. Fine. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow and on Monday too. And
Okay.
with that, I would. Do we have the results for the voting?
Actually, Toastmaster Krish, I think we have to launch the poll and everyone can just vote it right here.
Okay, okay, excellent. Can someone launch the poll, please? Tech Master.
Yes, the poll has been launched. Kindly vote.
No police coming.
Yep. So in the meantime, so I'm really glad to say that we have finished. This is one of the few occasions where we have managed to finish on time. In fact, a little earlier, and it goes to show that 2 speeches and a good table topic session is possible in 90 minutes. So let's all try to continue keeping this tradition alive, and let's be on time more often. And in the best tag role player, please remember timer. If you have to vote for best timer, it has to be Toastmaster Mridula. As in, if your vote is for the timer.
Everyone is getting option of polling. I'm not getting any option to.
I'm getting the option. It pops up in
I'm
front of
also
the
getting
screen.
the option.
Shilpa, you are
I'm
the
not
co-host.
Oh, that is why I cannot.
I am also not getting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so we have a SurveyMonkey link which has been posted on the chat. If you could all please vote for your best role players for today in the prepared speech section, table topic section, and the category 1 role players and category 2 role players, that would be great. So just to brief all of you, tomorrow's session will have just one speaker, and that will be an advanced level speech, which is a level 4 speech. And the project is about handling a difficult situation. So I urge all of you, as well as if you can bring in guests for the meeting. So the objective is to listen to the speech. And since the speaker is here, bad news for him, we will have to make it difficult for him in terms of asking him questions and finding gaps in the speech plan which he is providing, and he will have to come up with solutions to all of that. So that's the objective. So please come in good numbers and make it difficult for him. But I know the speaker that he is and the mentoring that he has received, whatever we do, he will come up trumps up. Right, Anurag? All the best.
So it means while he will giving his speech, anyone can ask questions to him.
No, there will be a space. There will be a duration in which he will be giving his question
Q and
answer
answer session.
Correct, and that time you have to ask him his questions.
Okay.
So there are a lot of electives in level 4.
Is it
He has
like a
chosen
question
one of.
answer session?
Correct. It will be a kind of a question answer session.
Great, Anurag. You have to fear me tomorrow.
You have no idea, Pratiti. You have no idea what kind of speaker Anurag is, and you have no idea what a strong mentor he has.
We have idea, but
I'll get an
not
idea.
underestimate others.
Correct.
Anurag, which speech you are giving? Which?
So, Techmaster, do we have the results? Yes, we have. I won't be surprised if the best table topics speaker is again Toastmaster Rupesh. No, अरे after so long, Toastmaster Rupesh, you are not the best table topic speaker. ये कैसे हो गया? ये तो गलत है. But yes, I have the results. The best tag role player is Toastmaster Harsh. The best role player is Toastmaster Seema as Toastmaster of the day. Best table topic speaker is Toastmaster Anurag. Best evaluator is Toastmaster Ashutosh. Most improved speaker, Toastmaster Priyanka. Very well done. And best prepared speaker is Toastmaster Pratiti. Thank you very much, everyone. A big round of applause for all the speakers, all the role players, and everyone who attended. I thank you all for attending, and I look forward to seeing all of you tomorrow again at 3 p.m. Not 4:30, 3 p.m. All our Sunday meetings will mostly be at 3 p.m. So be there. The star attraction along with Toastmaster Anurag as the speaker will be Toastmaster Satyadeep, who will be the general evaluator. So please do come. Thank you very much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Just a minute. Picture is missing, I think. Group picture.
Yes, please switch on your video so that we can take a picture. Thank you for reminding me, Associate VP Education. You're doing my job very well.
So who is taking it, please?
Not me. Both my hands are occupied.
Mridula, are you
Somebody
taking
else
it? Is Mridula there?
Somebody else has to take it.
Just a moment.
Shilpa.
Asima ma'am,
Done.
Asima ma'am's video is no. Pratiti's video has frozen. Just one more take, please. Why is Pratiti? Okay. Cheese or a B?
Cheese. 1, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Okay, guys. Bye-bye now. I'll take your leave. I'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Right? Role players are requested to log in a little bit early, 2:45 maybe, so that again we start on time and finish on time. Bye-bye, Vacho Master people.
Tomorrow's meeting is of 1.5 hours, right? Or 2 hours? Is it of 2 hours or 1.5 hours tomorrow?
1.5 hours. 1.5 hours.
Okay.
There's nothing stopping us from making it 2 hours, but let's try to keep it at 1.5 hours. No. 1.5 hours. DTM Satyadeep will be there. There is no chance of overshooting time. Case le lega sabka. We have to be on time tomorrow. Okay, guys. Bye-bye. I'll see you
Bye.
tomorrow.
Bye.